Hey everyone, welcome to Pop XP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the Pop XP channel. Oh, Billy, what's up, man? Yes, Mr. Tucci. What's the good word, brother?
Freaking tired, man. Chilling out, rhyming and stealing like a beastie boy, homie.
What?
Come on.
You're tired of making the Green Man. The book is doing good.
The book is doing
A
great.
little
We are
bit
very
on
fortunate.
you,
Thank you, everybody, man. Thank you
Wow.
so much. It's been great. It's been great, man.
Absolutely incredible, Bailey. Wow. First 24 hours, right? You're in
Yep.
it. You're in it. 20 what? Let's see. You launched at 7. So you're 26 hours in.
Yep,
The mix.
26 hours in. So
Let's see where you're at. Let's check it out. Let's bring it on the screen.
I don't know. I haven't
Billy.
checked it in a while. We're like 82.
Let's check it out. Check it out. This is the campaign we're going to be talking about. 83. Right.
83.
Let's refresh it, though. I've had this up for a little while. Let's see. Where's that? Oh, yeah. There you go. Boom. 83,792. What?
Damn, we're gonna do our first stretch goal. It's gonna be a $100,000 stretch goal, and we'll expand the book to 64 pages, and it's gonna be 64 pages of story, 60 pages of story and art. I'm adding another 4 pages of action at the end.
Really?
If we can get to there, yep.
Nice, man. That's crazy. How many? What are you planning? What's the stretch goal limit gonna be? Have you decided the goodies you want to unlock on this journey?
I don't know. We gotta see. Start doing some trading cards, some stickers. Start doing some badass stuff, man.
Are we gonna do the Tucci pen?
A pen?
When you
Like
tip
the
it
pen that-
over. When you tip it over. Oh shoot! Damn. It's a little.
I think Christie might like that.
What's
That
that?
was a lot of fun in the green room earlier.
Oh, I know.
We gotta bring these guys.
Our
up.
first
These guys
guest
are
was
awesome.
great. The best introduction I ever had to a fellow creator is, "Hey, I have a campaign on. Love to come on the show. By the way, I have a filthy mouth." I'm like, let's do this. Let's do this. And by the way, so let's bring her in. We've got Christie Shinn in the house. Christie, how are we doing?
I'm fucking fatigued. I don't know. It's like this. I have like major stimulants and major drugs here. Like I've got caffeine, so sugar, and then more caffeine, and then fucking Whistle Pig whiskey. So
What kind of whiskey are you drinking?
Whistle Pig whiskey.
Damn, Whistle Pig.
Whistle Pig. I've never had Whistle Pig.
Whistle Pig is nice. It's like a kind of cedar and oak, but it's got that caramel thing going on.
Oh, nice.
Like, so I just like drink it every so often. So I bought one bottle for my fucking birthday. I was really happy about that. So
Very
I've been
nice.
going through it slow.
Badass. Yeah, last night I drank. Well, we opened up 2 bottles of wine. Debbie had a glass and a half. I think I had the rest, and then I probably had half a fifth of my Balvenie Scotch last night.
Man.
We streamed for 6
it?
hours.
Wow.
Dude, we streamed for 6 hours, man.
Hey, that's like marathon drinking. Well, not marathon. Marathon drinking would actually be like you chugging, but it's just more of a prolonged drinking kind of thing.
Or you could MVP it and just keep like a bucket next to you, Billy. So then when you Ralph, you're clear to go in for more.
I know, but after a while, it eat your stomach. That's the thing. Like my ethnicity is Korean, so we know how to drink. So it's like you gotta go like do the fucking drinking, and then you gotta go do the fucking eating the greasy fucking protein shit, and then because we're known as the Irish of Asia. So there you go. So yeah, and it's kind of funny that he has Billy, because I actually have this shirt I designed.
Oh, badass. Let's see that.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, man. Can we buy those shirts?
Actually, you can on my link tree. You can actually.
What?
Yeah, let me put that in there.
Nice.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and do that.
I'll buy one of them.
Yeah, I just got it. It was weird how that evolved, like how that happened. Let me go put that in the private chat while I multitask. What I did was that I do them on Teespring, so they're already available. You can order one, buy one, whatever the fuck, and have it sent to you. But what it was is that it kind of evolved. Like I drew a cartoon of myself, like with the Uzi and the fucking cigarette and it blowing up, and then I drew that shirt with the slitty eyes of a skull because I'm an asshole. And then I decided to draw like another one, but I wanted to wear the shirt myself to kind of do that whole manifest into reality. And then I decided because like I'm on the West Coast. I'm in California.
Yeah.
So they canceled a few West Coast cons and some of my friends were fucking bummed. So I said, fuck this. Let's just do Asian Invasion. So I just put up the slitty-eyed skull and shit. And I talked to June, who's Japanese, who runs the comic book. He's American, but you know his ethnicity is Japanese, so nobody would ever give him shit. So I just decided to do the Asian Invasion Yellow Peril just to be a dickhead. And
Nice.
we're planning to do it later on this May. So yeah.
Oh, really cool. So Christie, tell us about yourself though. You know, give us a little bit about your history and, you know, being a creative, doing things to really like why you're here today.
Well, I mean, it's weird. I've always liked comics. I grew up with comics. I did stuff with comics, but I was never like a pro in comics. Like in college, it's like funny. I remember like when She came out and I worked in a comic store and I was about to read it. And then the manager at the store said, "Get the fuck back to work." I'm like, God damn it. You know?
Oh, dang.
I know, it's funny. It's like, it's kind of weird. Like now that I talk to a lot of people and I'm even friends with some of the people, like I've met Jaime Hernandez. I've broken bread with him. He's a really cool guy. And I remember reading his shit in college. And now it's like, yeah, he's aged Maggie and Hopi, like realistically. And I'm like, yeah, it's great. You know? But yeah, no, I've always been an artist. But my initial grow ups in general, like I had a lot of influences. My mom actually took me to a lot of museums and shit. So I can cite Dali, Picasso, all these other guys, Impressionist, Post-Impressionist. But like a lot of the comics, like I remember as a kid, like they would take me to Stanford because I think they were really hoping I'd go there and be a doctor or a lawyer. Anyway, but you know, you gravitate towards the college like underground comic section, right? And I read Matt Groening's Life in Hell. So that kind of heavily influenced me. Yes, I had the syndicated ones like Garfield, The Far Side. I remember going to the Far Side Museum as a kid. Like, I think it was Lawrence Hall of Science or something, and they had the Far Side exhibit. I went there multiple times as a kid. So it's like, so I picked up on that. And then eventually I found my way to LA. I did Personal Monsters, which is, I guess, my personal life in hell. I don't know. It just kind of was weird how that paralleled. And then I was always an artist, but I also did like shitty jobs on the side or practical jobs before my art career took off. And then what ended up happening is that it was sort of like I got really angry, and then I just started drawing Personal Monsters and Demon Bitch. Like Personal Monsters was like the origin of the species, but for assholes in LA. So I wrote about those because I met, you know, you move to a new town. I guess it would be New York City, LA. You meet the people that you meet. You say fuck you to the people you don't want to have anything to do with. And Demon Bitch was based off like the model actress, whatever. It's like it was based off a couple of girls I really fucking hated that were pieces of shit. So that's Demon Bitch. And she's a low-level demon from the 13th pit of hell where people throw their dog shit in gum wrappers. And she wants to bring the second coming of Armageddon, but the first one never happened because she's an idiot. And my friends got it in their fucking heads like, oh, we got to go develop like a first level of a fucking video game. So that's part of the Kickstarter in this right now.
Yeah, I saw that. But I got to ask, what was getting you so mad?
You know, it's like this. I kind of have this thing where I don't have a high capacity for bullshit. And it's gotten even worse as I get older. And I know everybody's like, well, everybody's like that. I said, no, it's like so much so because like I used to follow that advice. And I used to get really depressed and really upset. And also like a few years ago, I had a pancreatic tumor. Ooh. And for some fucking reason, yeah, it was weird because it was like, I was asked to play. I was going to go play Russian roulette kind of thing. And I didn't even ask. And it was twice. Like the first one, the fucker was 6 inches big. And they took it out of me. And for some reason, it wasn't literally, it was the 3 to 5% that wasn't immediately cancerous. It was going to be eventually down the road. But, you know, usually when they find one that big, it's usually like, you're going to die, you know, or you're fucked for a while. That didn't happen. So fuck you, death, one time. And the next one, they told me because they took so much out that I might have to have, I might have diabetes. Didn't get diabetes. Fuck that shit too. So I dropped 50 pounds because that fucking thing was just fucking with me all the whole time. So now it's like I kind of leveled to another level of I don't give a shit. And lately it's like when people say to me, well, this person pisses me off, but you shouldn't think of them. You should really let it go because that person pissed you off. But you know what? I start thinking about it and they keep bringing up that person that pissed them off. And I'm like going, why are you giving me advice that you're fucking miserable following? I really don't care. You know, I mean, I'm not an asshole about it, but I just like call it out and I don't really give a shit anymore. And I think now with things nowadays, I think sometimes people just need to say shit. And I don't mean just say shit like the stupid assholes that go online on Twitter and they go, fucking, when we go on about this fucking thing and everything, and this person said something and pissed me off, and then they start whining and bitching. I'm like, oh God, shut the fuck up. Like half the time I just want to say, just shut up. I don't want to fucking hear it. I just end up unfollowing a lot of them anyway, but
yeah,
it's just
healthier that way.
Yeah. It's
It'll
like,
drive you nuts.
yeah, like if there's a difference between whining and fucking like actually talking about a problem, and nobody does it to like, I've had people come on, I'm really fucking depressed. And like, but I want to tell you, don't tell me how to go and treat it. And it's like, okay. And I have friends that suffer from depression and they get pissed off about that shit. They go like, okay, so you put it out there, but you don't want to have any solutions. Fuck you. Like these are people that I know that suffer from chronic depression or bipolar disorder or whatever. They get actually really offended by that shit. Mm-hmm. But I mean, so for me, and it's funny because even despite my foul mouth and me drawing fucked up cartoons, yet I found myself elected president of CAPS, the Cartoon Art Professional Society. Sorry, sometimes I'm a little tongue-tied with that. This was in February. This was what Sergio Aragonés and a bunch of other guys founded 40 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I got elected as a president of that. So I had to kind of push us out of the COVID, like because we were dormant due to COVID, because, cons shut down all over for the most part, especially in California and on the East Coast. So we were like, fuck that shit. So I just said, okay, let's fucking do it. Let's get it propagated. Let's get it going. I have a great team that was elected. I have a great set of social media people. And there's other things that I want to implement. But right now it's just waking us up and kicking our ass out of COVID right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not as fast as I would like, but it's happening really fast because the people I have with me are good, and, we all know that this is not a second job. So I tell them, like, you tell me what you can do and we'll work with you. Like, mm-hmm. type of thing. So, I mean, because I work on this shit. I don't have a time for a second job. This is my job. But it's like, all right, well, let's do something that benefits everybody in that way. And I don't mean in that stupid cocksucking way, like, oh, it's all for the other people, not for me. It's like, no, usually like fucking companies like that usually are the worst that treat the people. Like, okay, let's understand. People want to do it for themselves. Like it has to benefit their own shit because they're taking their own time out. Yeah. So if you follow that pragmatically, at least it's more honest. It's not like, and I know people go on the absolute other end where they're going like, oh, fucking, that's going to make it into like LexCorp and shit. I said, no, you're actually less of a prick if you just admit, look, there's things that I really want to get out of this. Why do people do things? Mm-hmm. So
right. Nice. Now, so you're the president of CAPS, and you've been doing your comic stuff and your art and things. How long have you been doing your career? Has it been something that you have been doing since college, or were you on one path and you were like, screw it, I'm doing this, I'm following my heart?
It was weird. Being of Korean descent and being just somebody that fucking just wants to do a bunch of shit at once. I actually said, okay, I'll work on my art till it gets somewhere, but then I'll do the other shit in the meantime to support myself. And I don't think, like, I've actually run into artists that were like, yeah, I have a second job. I work as an administrative assistant. I'm a shitty artist. I'm like, look, dude, do whatever you can to make it happen. Like, I worked in factories too. Like, I'm not ashamed about it. Like, I've worked all sorts of fucking jobs in order to get to where I'm at.
Right.
Like, there is no right way. Sometimes you're kicked into super fucking stardom. Sometimes you're not. Sometimes it builds up. Like, it just is what it is. It's like Matt Groening, I think, like, he was kind of pretty broke for a while. And then now he hit The Simpsons, that was the mother load. And now he has Futurama. His ticket's set. But the thing is that he influenced me in the terms of life and hell. Like, even though I was in 5th grade reading this shit and I didn't completely understand that. And I even remember reading Jimbo, and I don't even remember what the fuck Jimbo was about, but I would just read these weird ass comics. And now, like, one of the favorite people I like to follow is Johnny Ryan, because he doesn't give a fuck. Like, if you ever read it, like, look up. Now I'm probably going to have people like so fucking pissed at me at this point. Like, okay, there's like this cartoon called 6911. I'm not going to have you pop it up because that's totally not safe for work, but just look it up. Johnny Ryan 6911. It's bad, but it's like that guy doesn't give a fuck. And I like that. It's sort of like, I like offensive comics. And I once said to somebody, like, sometimes with doo-doo comics, you think that's like stupid and you're coming from like a level but when in a way it breaks your brain, so it actually makes you write or draw better because you don't think within a spectrum. And if you actually look at Johnny Ryan's shit, if you look at Johnny Ryan's shit, you'll know what I mean. Like he goes to new levels of fucked up, but I like that, and that's just how I am about it. I mean, I've read like mainstream, like Gotham by Gaslight. I've read like Dirty Pair, Adam Warren's localization of it. I read Akira by Otomo. Hollywood kind of pissed me off with the whole Aliens versus Predator because they were fucking lazy and just didn't take from the comics because it's all storyboarded out for them. But they just went and jerked off on that fucking franchise anyway, and the Alien franchise too. I mean, I was like, God damn it, you were so good at Aliens, and now it's like you jerked us off for Alien 3, and you kind of apologized for it for Resurrection. But yeah. And again, I'm not totally anti-Hollywood. I just get annoyed when people just fuck shit up and not in a good way.
Yeah. Well, they're fucking it up it's like an agenda thing. It's like a checklist. It's almost like they forget about the fans out there that want the good stuff, right? Like you just kind of want the story, but then they change it into whatever's safe for them.
Well, the problem is that I think people, they get so into triggers.
Yeah.
And I read a lot of self-help shit because it's like you kind of, as an artist and as a creator, and I'm beginning to learn that I'm actually kind of decent as a writer. I don't know. I did Sepulchre. That's actually a serious thing that's actually not bad. I can send you guys a copy of that PDF. But it was just like that. I just like with triggers, like I'm fucking triggered about fucking everything. And it's like, all right, that's an opportunity for you to go inside of yourself and to figure out in your brain what the fuck's setting you off. So you're not a squirmy little bitch like the next time it happens. And they're like, that's really fucking mean you said that. It's like, go to fucking therapy if that's that bad. Like, I've been through a lot of shit in my life. It's like, I get it. But, like there's a thing, like even depression. And I went through a depressive episode over Easter. And it's not like I'm going, oh, I'm depressed. No, it's just, it's normal sometimes to be fucking depressed because it makes you face your shit. But I'm not mocking people that are clinically depressed or something. Like some people do need help. But I mean, I've just kind of gotten to this point where it's like, okay, stop running away from shit. You do have to face it. It's not as dramatic, but you just got to look at it and say, hey, I'm not afraid of this anymore. I mean, what's more empowering than that? But
yeah, no, true.
Yeah, I mean, it's just people. And also, I guess what annoys me about people when they write the story, going back to your point, Nile, is that what fucking annoys me is they don't put it in the context of the character. They don't make a good character development. Like Gotham by Gaslight, let's say, we were talking about this last night on another podcast. Gotham by Gaslight took really good things. Like it was the industrial age, right?
Yeah.
Kind of fits. They had Jack the Ripper, which sort of made sense because they're like, oh, but it was English. But I said one of the suspects was American because of how he wrote the letter. Like he used Americanisms. So, I mean, there was like 3 suspects. It was, I think, Prince Andrew, that was Prince Edward's first son. Okay. There was a American surgeon / doctor. And there was a Jewish immigrant that was like really uneducated. So they had these 3 guys that possibly could have been the Ripper. So I don't remember all of it. It was a while ago that I read it. And we just went on this discussion. I said, well, why don't we do one with Superman? But, but it's around the turn of the industrial age. The Kents moved from like Kansas to Metropolis to have a better life. Like things are developing and bringing up in Kansas, like New York City was around that time. And I said, like, let's have Lex Luthor team up with a robber barons and Thomas Edison. And when you really look at Thomas Edison, he's kind of a developer. He did Westinghouse. He was not really an inventor. I mean, he did invent things. He was smart, but he usually stole people's patents because he was a shitty person. Right. And he also fucked over Teslans. I forgot exactly how he fucked him over.
Well, yeah,
like more ways than one. Holy shit! Yeah, he fucked that guy over.
Well, it's like Tesla went with Westinghouse, and that's what helped him.
Yeah.
But he was ruthless. He really was.
Yeah, and it
worked for him.
Yeah, I mean, and Tesla could work with Superman, and I said that would actually kind of be a cool story.
That would be very cool.
I don't know if they're going to fucking do that, but it's like, but I mean, just take in context of the situation and everything. But no, everybody's got to go play fucking Barbie with their goddamn heroes. Say, we went to fucking Las Vegas and we got drunk and like we really didn't do anything, and we just dicked around. I'm like, okay, so what? Fuck this shit.
You're awesome.
Yeah, Billy's like, this is great. This is
God,
great.
I want to hang out with you so bad.
You're saying everything we feel.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's just I hate stories that don't flesh out. I mean, look, you can write a story about shit I don't agree with, okay? But it has to be good. Like, just write it, okay? Write it and make it good. I don't give a shit. But you go and you start going like, I'm going to write this because it does all the checklists, and that is in lieu of actually writing well. And I just like, wow, really? This sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not
that's like
trying
the
to-
industry in a nutshell right now.
I mean, it's like I don't want to be like, oh, I'm shitting on it. There's actually some good shit coming out of the industry, but it has to evolve. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like that's why I like underground comics, because I think overall underground comics has been like just unapologetically what it is. Like, I don't care if it's kind of like Johnny Ryan. If you ever look at a new Low, he's drawing all sorts of fucked up shit. I mean, if you look at his series Prison Pit, it's a bunch of muscly like monster motherfuckers like that are horrible convicts, like rapists, murderers, and everything. And the protagonist is a rapist, murderer, cannibal, and his name is Cannibal Fuckface, and he's going around killing other really horrible people. But yet you're rooting for him, and it's just like this weird ass like. Just read Prison Pit. That shit is awesome. But it's like, or Love and Rockets by Jaime, the Hernandez brothers, and Palomar. You're like those stories. I was like, it's not even about doo-doo and shit like that, but it's like unmistakably and unapologetically theirs.
Yeah.
I wish the
Mary Boys has that. You got to check out Mary Boys.
Mary Boys? What's that?
Mary Boys about these like mutants who these kids, and they fuck up like pedophilic priests and things like that. It's pretty crazy.
Really cool.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I wish Vertigo was back the way it was.
Yeah.
I think it died pretty much, but they came out with like cool stuff. Like they came out with Hellblazer, they came out with Sandman, they came out with Preacher. Like that shit was raw, but it was good.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there aren't good fucking things in mainstream or in indie. It's just that sometimes they fall in this trap of like, we want to get with the times, and it's like, you know, write better. What the fuck is this bullshit? Like when Marvel put out Polaris and North Star getting married, right? They're gay, like if nobody knows the backstory. What I hated was it was like a marketing tool. And I think it was very insulting to gay people that way. It's like,
it's a gimmick. Yeah. That's
and then we never hear about them again. They're off on their island, they serve their purpose. And I'm like, write a fucking good gay character, okay?
Yeah, and that's because basically the whole and all the characters, if they are gay or LGBTQ, you know, they within the first page or two of them out, they announce it that they're gay. No, just have the character be gay, and then just tell the story like everything else. Because I don't know any gay people that walk out and tell everyone, oh, by the way, I'm gay. And I'm gay, and you know what I mean? It's
let them be heroes. Let them be people, and not just a gimmick or ploy, like you're saying, Billy. Like, there's no just because they're gay doesn't mean there's no reason they can't fucking kick ass and just have a good story. Like,
not tell everyone. What do you have to tell everyone for? You know, I mean, it's these people already know that.
Well,
too. You know, they're fellow superheroes, and I don't know. It's very
trigger, Christie.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Okay, so in video games, there's this game called Nier Automaton, right? Or Automata. And one of the characters is transgender, and it is based on that. But the thing is, they wrote it that the character was fucking human. Like, the character was doing the right thing against the very people. And I forgot if the character identified as male or female. I forgot. I think she identified as female, I'm guessing. And, but it was like this person had this inner pain, but it was done very fucking humanely. Like, it was real. Like, I could relate to this fucking person.
Yeah.
Like
a real story, like good writing. I mean, look at that. Remember that the new Warriors that came out with the snowflake and the safe space. I mean, this was so
that was just
pandering.
To piss people off. That was just to piss
it really
people
pissed off the LGBTQ community because it was so disingenuous, and then they canceled it. So, you know, before it even came out. So how much did they believe in it? They didn't believe in it. It was disgusting.
TJ,
I
identify as celery.
I don't know, TJ. We've seen you. I don't think you identify as celery.
You're more like a head of broccoli, and I'm going to dip you in some ranch.
Nice broccoli.
It's great stuff. Well, it's funny because like even one guy came up to me, and he's like, who's like the husband of another creator, and she's she's a big girl, right? And there's this one character named Egg Lady who's like a fat piece of shit, but she's based off of a fucking character, a person that I knew that was a lawyer and I was not friends with her when this happened. I did not know, but I knew she was a lawyer. She was an immigration lawyer, and she stole immigrants' money and never fucking helped them with their immigration. So a lot of them were almost like deported and absentia kind of shit. Like it was bad. So she got deported, and then now she's like, I'm an MLM, like fucking super like athlete, but she's a fat piece of shit. It's like, okay, so you sit on the fucking couch all day and all the lifting you do is like the potato chips to your mouth. But the thing is, like, even people, like even my friends, even people that read Demon Bitch, they know I'm not mocking people who are obese or big or overweight or fat. It's just, they know that's just the person who it is, and that's one of their characteristics. So when people read Demon Bitch, they get it. Like some people say, do you get a lot of shit for drawing Demon Bitch? And I'm like going, no, not really. Like maybe one or twice. Like I had some fucking Frankenstein jawed ass bitch like come at me online and said, oh my God, the trope of body shaming and everything. And I looked at her, it's like, oh, you're an editor. Yeah, it's like she edited some indie books, I guess. And I guess she got mad at me. And I'm like, you really didn't understand this, because like 99% of the people that fucking read this shit do.
Yeah.
So I just like thought it was funny. It was just like, you know, when people say, do people come at you a demon bitch? I'm like, not really. And nobody does. Like maybe I've had one or two people, but I just kind of laugh at them online and leave them alone.
Yeah, but trust me, they're talking about you behind your back. You know, they're, you know.
Yeah. Just really quick, we got a super chat from Pork Hunt. Hey, Pork Hunt, I'll get to this super chat. Let me just finish up with Christie, and then we'll ask Billy this question. And I know you have another podcast in like 9 minutes, so really quick, let's get your campaign up.
Oh yeah, sorry, we had so much fun talking.
I know, we got to have you back on. This is fun.
Yeah,
so we got Demon Bitch.
You're coming on whether you like it or not.
So you got Demon Bitch, You All Suck. This is your campaign. You have 14 days to go. You are on your way to getting funded. You're at $5,159. You've had a couple backers come up since I loaded this page on, which is great. So anyone watching this that has backed, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
And so you've got Demon Bitch. This is your baby right here. Now, I want you to just talk about it. If you guys watch the video, she explains everything really, very well. But since we have her on, I'm going to scroll through. And Christie, I'll let you explain what this campaign's all about.
So the campaign, I like naming my campaigns different titles because it just kind of makes it fun. So it's called You All Suck. And the tagline is like, we were all stupid during COVID-19. So it's time to laugh at ourselves. This means you. So it was me being stuck 2 years with this fucking bitch. Like all I could do, like depending which state we were in, I'm in California. So we were locked down pretty hard. And I was just like staring, just the only thing was staring at this fucking monitor pretty much all day. And maybe talking with friends on the phone and just seeing how the world unfolded and how everybody acted fucking stupid. You know, like I even got like in LA, like when the George Floyd shit hit, what was crazy is that you had fucking influencers that put on their like sexiest outfits, wore their makeup and put their fucking signs up. And I'm like, wow, what the fuck? Yeah. You know, and you're taking away from anything that would have been homegrown, whatever on it. I mean, I'm not.
Look at me. It was all look at me, you know?
Yeah. It was like, I saw so much of that on everywhere, and it fucking made me so irritated and just kind of hate people. And like, I just saw like the heightened amount of clout chasing. I also saw like people you would never think otherwise say, oh, let's put the unvaccinated in camps. I'm like, you fucking just said that, dude. You know, like it kind of brought out not very good qualities in people. So it was me dealing with it. It was me dealing with like seeing the events as they unfolded in front of my TV screen. And I like this bra. This is hilarious. Yeah. Back on. So what ended up happening is that, so I just made this huge fucking book. It's like 137 pages of bullshit. I put fan art in it. I put my own art. It's just literally 2 years of my life drawing Demon Bitch in there. And now we're doing a computer game, level 1. Basically, it's a beta test, and it's like disgusting dumpster fire. Essentially, you're a demon bitch, and you have to get attention in any way, shape, or form, either by falsely injuring yourself, exaggerating your injury, doing hospital selfies, whatever the fuck, to get that attention that you need. And you can go and complain to my programmer how shitty it is once we get it out. And then we've got prints available. Like, that's not a print, but we have actually Mary Zoralita Bellamy. We have Hyde Hermit Studios. They designed the pin set, which is the Tamabichi pins, and they're glow in the dark expressions. They're enamel pins, the mad face and the stupid happy. And then the other half, there was actually
Tamabichi.
That's the pin set. And yeah, they came up with it. They actually did a piece of original art, but that got snapped up in the first week. It was crazy. And so I have some pieces of original sketches there that are up for sale. So they're like $50 a piece, and I'll send them to you. They're bagged and boarded. Let me see. My cats didn't fucking knock that shit over. But yeah, like this one. This is called Turd Sucker right here. You can get that. This is still available.
Your art is fantastic.
Yeah, your style is cool.
We need a
turd sucking
what's
sheep.
The one with the dog cop. What's that called or whatever? We need those kind of numbers.
Oh damn! Thank you. Yeah, and that's pink eye and broken ankle because I saw some bitch that I didn't like fake a fucking broken ankle. I've had a broken ankle, so I know what it's like. She said I had a compound fracture, and she didn't have like a bruise or anything because when you break a bone and it breaks off, it bleeds everywhere in your body, so it's not good. So yeah, you have that. And then Mary Zorlita Bellamy, she actually worked on the Hasbro card game. I think it's like Adventures in Equestria for My Little Pony. I am not fucking like, I don't think, oh, thank you, Bob. So I think, oh yeah, I drew a thing of Crumb. I drew them all fucked up. But yeah, so it's like, I'm not affiliated with Hasbro. Oh, very Rocco's Mon. Yeah, I've also heard it was like Ah Real Monsters too. I never really watched
that's actually the first thing that popped in my head. Like, oh, this is so like Ah Real Monsters style. I love this.
Yeah, it's weird because like my parents didn't love me, so they didn't get cable, so I never watched any of that shit. It was only in college. But you know, like I'm joking, my parents love me. But it's like that time when it was out, I never got around to watching it. And then so Dallas, he's the other half of Hyde Hermit. He did the Tiki version of Demon Bitch right there. And then Mary also did the Animu Demon charm of Demon Bitch. And it's going to be like a purse charm or a clasp. And that'll be in acrylic and it'll be on hollow foil and everything. I don't know why. It looks like, I mean, she would look like shit. I mean, not Mary's art. Mary's art is great, but I'm just saying that. And so she's worked in Adventures in Equestria. That's the new card game. I think it's available for pre-order. I am not affiliated with Hasbro. I'm just pointing out her accomplishments right there.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, James. And those are the 3 prints she's going to sign personally. They're 4x6, I believe. Yeah. Thank you, JC. Thank you, James. And I just want to say though, just as a quick note, if you guys back me, I always send a personalized fucking vulgar thank you note to you. So I'll get really gross and I'll send that other shit. And
she read me one before the show and I was like, has anyone like received that and was just instantly refunded their pledge? She's like, no, not at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they know what they're getting into. And then you could do a blind date with Demon Bitch. Like just tell me like, and I'll draw that. That's a digital nice. Reward. And then hitting 7,500, you know, that we're going to make a good number of the books hardcover, 8,000 pasties with every physical order, you know. And I mean, the risks and challenges I fulfilled very successfully from my Kickstarters. I even have a retailer option. So yeah, if you guys back it, you guys get the dirty note from me.
Very cool.
And yeah, I'd love to be back on the show so I can curse some more and be an asshole.
Oh yeah, we totally need you back on
Definitely. The show. We'll just all get drunk. Oh fuck that.
Oh hell yeah, totally.
Fuck that.
Yeah, we gotta get fucking bombed. And then we should go over and we should go through like comic book news.
No, right? Yeah, just go through
on like what's happening in the industry in the world and just see that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, she has a skull butthole, my black cat.
What?
She's a skull butthole. Her butthole looks like a skull.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm drunk right now.
now, Christy, what podcast are you going to be heading on to next?
I'm going to be on JD Calderon's Indie Comics Explained in the next few minutes. So I got to jump on that shit right there. Let me just see if you sent me. I think he sent me a link. But yeah, I mean, there's going to do that. So I'm going to do that for a couple hours. But I'd love to come back on and talk for a longer period of time.
Yeah, definitely. You're more than welcome to hang out.
We got to plan a show. We have to Scala. My God.
Just do it. When we do one of the hangout streams, we'll just send out the emails to people, you know. First come, first serve. Whoever wants to pop on, you know.
Yeah. Fun. Yeah, and it's like, Pops is going like, I'm hosting Ladies Night on the 29th at CromCon. So there you go there too.
At what con?
CromCon. It's like an online con. What Pops Van Zant did was that while like he's in Michigan, so that was one of the states that was heavily locked down. So he started an online con because like there wasn't any fucking Comic Con, so that's how he did it.
Yeah, you know Pops. You know who Pops is.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, hey, Christy, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Good luck with the campaign. We'll continue sharing it through our Twitter, Facebook page, Instagram, and help spread the word on Demon Bitch.
Oh, thank you.
Because
And
you all suck.
yeah, you all suck. Fuck you. Like, I don't care.
Awesome. Well, stay in touch. And we'll have you back on to hang out. This has been fun. You're awesome. You held true to the first message I ever received to you, and this was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
And it's funny because it wasn't just potty mouth; it was actually like intelligent dialogue.
Yes. It was like a smart toilet. Just it's got all the proper stuff.
I'm a smart toilet from Japan, even though that sounds incredibly racist of me to say.
You said it, not me.
Well,
I'm not allowed to say those things. So.
Oh yeah, I can say anything right now. I think one of my friends told me I was bulletproof. It's like, you can fucking say anything. I said, yeah, I almost died. I was fat. I was skinny. I'm skinny. Fuck y'all. I mean, all everywhere.
Nice.
So yeah. But yeah, definitely, I'd love to be on. Just let me know, and I'll definitely pop on. It's fun.
Awesome. Absolutely. Well, hey, thanks so much. Good luck with everything. And everyone out there, if you can, check out the campaign, back it. And as always, share on your social media, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram. Continue to help and support all the amazing indie artists out there doing their own thing. And Christy, thank you so much for coming on.
Great meeting you. Really great meeting you. You're
we'll
awesome.
Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Check your friend requests, Billy, and get Christy in.
I did. I saw it. I logged onto the Facebook before.
Facebook.
Yeah, that's like where I kind of have my main point of social interaction because it's just the easiest. Yes, Twitter sometimes a fuckhole of shit, and I don't like dealing with it.
Oh yeah, this is a cesspool.
Yeah, I just kind of like, well, fuck this bullshit. But anyway, yeah, let me know, and I'll be happy to jump on.
Awesome.
As I said, it's better than me staring at the Kickstarter all day. Like,
oh, that'll drive you crazy doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And send me a link personally about the Indiegogo because I've got fuck tons of links. So I want to take a look at the sheet because I should probably pick one up.
It.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So much.
All
right, Christy. Thank you. Have a great night and good luck with the other show.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, man. She's a wow.
She's gonna be our new best friend.
I know.
Awesome.
We're gonna have her come on and say everything we can't. Let them know how you feel about that. No, she was fun. She was entertaining. We had some good times. It's funny. I'm watching. We've got Bill Raupp backstage. Grok Comics, and he's cracking up. I see him back there cracking up, and she's funny. So everyone, hey, let's welcome our second guest.
Check out that CromCon and cover it, maybe.
Pops, bro. We got Pops coming on soon. He's got a campaign.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, he messaged me. We're going to get him on. I got to get a date I got to see what we've got opened up, and with all the other guests we got lined up, get him on before it ends. And he's sent us invites to be a part of the CromCon, but is always falling on weekends. Either there's another convention you're going to, or some other thing we got to deal with. But it's going to happen one of these days. But hey, let's bring on our next guest. We got Mr. Grok Comics himself. Bill is in the house. Bill, what's going on, man?
Hey,
welcome back.
Hey, how the hell do you follow that up?
I don't know. You better, you better start using words that we haven't heard yet.
I don't know. She's awesome.
She's funny, man. She's a trip.
For sure.
So, Bill, what's new, man? What's going on in the world of Grok Comics?
Generally just pissing people off and watching my new campaign tank. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh. How are you pissing people off? What are you doing now? What are you doing to pissing people off?
Well, I found out that Catholics don't like you using the Pope as a bad guy in your story.
Okay.
Didn't work out too well for me. But I also learned that a lot of Catholics don't know what they actually believe and what their church teaches, because there's actually a prophecy called the Prophecy of the Popes that a Catholic theologian came up with, that there'd be a certain number of popes and the final pope would turn from the faith, would defect from the faith and be a heretic, which is what I have in my book. So it's great when they complain and tell me all this stuff, and then I throw their own kind of theology back at them, and they're clueless.
Oh, interesting. Hey, and actually, Bill, sorry to interrupt you, but we did have a super chat that came up that was irrelevant to the conversation we're having, but I wanted to pop this in quick before we dive further in. So we had from PortCon. Thank you for the $5 super chat. That's not cheap. Billy, being a veteran having pals maimed, what do you think of a superhero ending up disabled from a mission and deciding to carry on?
I think that's a fantastic idea, and not just like what DC did with Batgirl, make her Oracle. I like the idea of a disabled hero that, you see like Batman gets his back broken or he makes a serious fall. And it's all about it's not only that this person has to learn to walk again, say, but then wants to continue with the mission. And he can go through all the frustrations that this character deals with and the pain and the disappointment, and just the heartbreak. And I think it's a brilliant, brilliant idea. I really do. And I don't think it's gimmicky. I think it's very honorable. I think that's something I'd love to read.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that, Bill?
I feel as long as they make him gay and transgender when they disable him, it'd be okay.
Well, he's got to start off like that.
Yeah.
He's got to start off gay and trans, and he's got to start off all three of them. That's how he's got to start off,
and then race swap them,
or them, whatever. And then they have to tell everyone that they're not only are they in a wheelchair, but they're also transgender and
right.
Because that's the way they
got to do that.
They've been writing the big two lately.
Yeah,
not the indie books, but the big two. It's moronic. It really
pretty
is
atrocious, actually. Most of the stuff is just completely unreadable. Like there's nothing from Marvel at this point that I want to read or can read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't even know what they have out there anymore. I've lost so much interest in both publishers.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I honestly, I do. Image gets more of my attention. They always had a wide variety of different books, but as far as mainstream books, I think Image I look at. I'll see what's coming out from Boom every now and then. But my main focus, honestly, is just indie. That's it. Really, Indiegogos, Kickstarters, those platforms are all I peruse to see what's out there. Those are my comic shops. Stuff. Those are my comic
shops. Go to the indies, man. Why? That's the thing is, just throw your energies into your own books. The hell with everybody else. The hell with working for Marvel and DC, because they're just going to tell you pencils down. When there's when it's to their liking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, especially DC. They have zero clue right now. Other than Batman, they can't sell anything.
They don't have an office, dude. They're at it. DC's doing so great and comics are booming, but DC has no offices.
Well, and Jim Lee is the most creatively bankrupt creator I think they've got. He's a great artist, like incredible artist, but he has no creativity.
Yeah, I think he's not. See, I disagree with that. I think he does, but maybe that he's got so much going on. I mean, when you get the energy to actually to create, right? I mean, he's basically they thrust so many jobs onto him that I don't know how a man finds time to sleep. I think anyone would suffer in that position.
But you almost want to wonder, like, what is his thought process, right? Because he came from that movement, right? He worked for the corporate comic book company, right? He worked for something that at the time was so controlling, and he joined a movement with some other mainstream creators that did a movement that was just like mind blowing. Like, that's never going to happen again.
Yeah,
it didn't really happen prior. It can't happen again. It's for that moment in time. And he went and he took and sold to the giants again. And it's like, where is he really? Where is his mind? Is his mind at money? Is his mind at being creative? He doesn't talk. So you wonder what he really thinks about comics anymore.
I don't think he has much to say, really.
I don't
even
think
his
he does
Wildstorm stuff. The Wildstorm had great art, really cool characters, but I don't remember any stories from Wildstorm. Like, if you asked me about any of the characters, I couldn't tell you about them, and I read all the books. I just don't think he ever had any really solid ideas.
I like this comment here because I kind of feel the same, and that's he's just waiting for DC to fold, and then he will unleash his own stuff again. I do think if anything happens, he's safe. I feel like no matter what he does, because he's
God, yeah.
Yeah,
if he could start self-publishing again, he get back into
it. Say if DC, right? If he gets let go from DC, just say. Or quits, he could rejoin Image and relaunch Wildcats, and it would be huge.
Yeah,
especially if he does it like a Kickstarter and Indiegogo on it.
Yeah,
he could do anything.
Oh yeah, he's got the name, and actually, Pork Hunt's right. Yeah, exactly. He goes, Nile. Remember, Jim was the last to join Image. His first instinct was to take an executive position at DC after leaving Marvel. It came full circle. He's 100% right. So it's pretty much like the initiative happened, you know. But hey, who knows? You know, it's like you don't hear much from the bigwigs at Marvel either. To be honest with you, you don't
Yeah.
hear those guys really expressing their opinions. You know, I won't.
Yeah.
You know, I won't get too into it, but really, these guys that were they had such a big voice at one time that they're fucking mice now. It's embarrassing. It's
That's what
fucking
happens
embarrassing.
when you get bought out by, you know, Disney and what's it, Warner Brothers.
Well,
Like,
Discovery
that's it.
now owns
Discovery now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DC, but let's see what happens, right? It's like, oh, Superman, you guys fucked up Superman, right?
Yeah, that
That's
was
like the thing.
encouraging.
It's encouraging, but they always do stuff like that. Like when the new CEO took over for Disney. Oh, they fucking ruined Star Wars. It's about money. It needs to go back to the fans. And they're still not really doing anything. She's still there.
I don't understand how you have,
BS.
like, DC, most recognizable characters in the world, and you can't put out a Superman film.
Some of the oldest IPs.
I mean, it's like, it's not brain surgery. It's a pretty easy character. Everybody recognized them. And then you go and you put out that, I know people love the Zack Snyder thing, but I thought it was terrible. Like, Superman's not a grim hero. It should have been colorful. It should have been like the 78 movies. Christopher Reeve. They were upbeat. They were fun.
Mm-hmm. And Lois Lane was a chain smoker.
Right.
I want her with 2 nicotine patches on, smoking, you know, freaking unfiltered Camels. You know, I mean, it's just crazy the times that we're in, man.
Right.
But that's why we're here, right? Because we're talking about what we're making, right?
Absolutely.
We're doing shit our way, the way our fans want it, right? And what's great about crowdfunding is you don't need to try to fight to sell, you know, 500,000 books just to make, you know, pennies, right?
Right.
Now you can just get core fans who want premium stuff that you're delivering. And you've been doing it for quite some time now, Bill. I mean, you got a lot out there, and your books are in comic shops.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just having a ball doing it. I'm not making a whole lot of money. I'm not losing any money, so I'm happy. I'm just creating stuff that I would have liked when I was 16.
Yeah.
And I've been collecting since I was 12 years old, so I love superheroes. I love everything about superheroes. So to be able to do my own book and, you know, create my own stuff, it's just been a ball.
That's awesome, man. And how many different titles do you have under your belt now?
The Remnant was started out as the Tribulation Task Force, and it looked way too Christian for everyone, so I rebranded it the Remnant, kind of get some people who wouldn't look at it because they thought it might be something that's preachy, which it's not. So we have this title, and then we have another book called Parables, which tells the origins of the characters, and like a secret file series that has like, you know, like an encyclopedia of the characters.
Oh, very cool. I love this image you have here of all your characters. So now is this are you rebranding the books?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Now with this rebranding, what have you done to maybe make the book stand out more? Have you recolored them? Have you done anything? You know, has there been any work to the books at all?
Well, these are new issues, so it continues the saga that started, and I repackaged like the first 2.5 issues from the old series as Remnant #0, in case anyone didn't get them. But basically, the book just kind of picks up where that story left off.
Very cool.
So it just has a new title that doesn't look as scary to people.
It looks wonderful. My God.
Is. Yeah,
it really
cool
looks
looking.
wonderful.
I've been so lucky to just find some really great artists. Because that's the one thing I want to do. I said, if I put out the book, I want it to look good. I don't want it to look like some crappy book that some amateur threw together and put out. I really wanted it to look like something that could stand against a Marvel or a DC book art-wise.
Yeah, and you're doing something very brave. You're doing a superhero book, and you're taking on the big two. Most independents don't do superhero comics.
Well, I was told people don't want them.
You know, westerns, you know, crime, mystery. But you're going superhero, man.
I love superheroes. So there was nothing else that I wanted to do other than superheroes. And I know people tell me, we don't need more superhero books, blah, blah, blah. But, that's what I love. So I'm just going to do what I like.
I think we do need some more superhero books, to be honest with you. I think we need some more well-written superhero books that really that you escape into. Like, I like the Westerns, I like the horror stuff, but I'm telling you, there's just something about a good superhero book, whether it's a vigilante character, if it's your, godlike, alien character that comes in, if it's a team book, what we have out there. I mean, Batman's great, right? I mean, everyone loves Batman. Everyone knows all these characters, but we need fresh characters, right? And even if they're similar in the genre of other characters, it's about the story. Like Christie was saying, it's like, it's about the stories. You can have these certain themes and topics, but if you can't put that into a good story, then it's mute.
Yeah,
and I love colorful costumes, inspirational heroes, like the kind of stuff that I grew up on in the 80s and the early 90s. That's kind of what I wanted to do. And I just hope people will say, "Oh yeah, I like it," and I'm gonna join.
Well, Marvel and DC aren't doing those heroes anymore. They're not doing those books anymore.
No,
the characters may be there, but a lot of them have been changed, for gimmick reasons and things like that. Yeah. But those stories aren't there like they were.
And they're catering to an audience, to audiences that don't even buy comics,
right?
Which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
I just saw something, and I got to look into it. Like when you first get on YouTube, it kind of puts stuff into your For You page type thing. And I saw something that was the latest sales numbers are just completely grotesque, and just extremely, extremely low. And I didn't get a chance to watch it because it really is hard to I know there's sites out there, but they're not. I don't know. I feel like we're not getting the most accurate data. But I've got to find that video. I want to watch that and see how bad it is, if it's real, unless it's a clickbait video.
Right. I had that link.
You saw that too?
Yeah, I can send that to you. It's on my other computer.
You saw that? Did you watch it?
I didn't see the video, but just the link about the top, the top comics, and it's all Dogman and a lot of young adult stuff. That Dogman guy, that creator,
man,
is huge. Millions that he's selling.
Yeah.
The first DC or Marvel book, I don't think comes in until number 750.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yep. So the superhero books are not selling. The big two are not doing well. Like I said, if DC was doing so well and their comics were kicking ass like these people are trying to make them out to be, they wouldn't have lost their offices.
Well, it's kind of crazy that Marvel has billion-dollar movies and they can't sell comics.
Yeah.
Because nothing is intertwined. There's nothing there. Because when their movies were doing great, they put comics into a whole. Iron Man was a woman. Captain America was a woman. Thor was a woman.
Right.
So when they went to these movies and people are like, "Oh my God, that was awesome! Thor's kick-ass." They're going in there and they're like, "Where's the Thor comics?" Oh, here you go. Oh, this isn't like the movie. Never mind. I'm not coming into this nerd shop again. They just lost all these customers who never walked into a comic shop again. Yeah. And they missed a massive opportunity. But it's separate. The movies, I'll give them credit. Their movies are entertaining. I think they hold true to a lot of stuff. There's some things. There's not much I don't like, but they do it right with film. And comics now are really secondary when it comes to that world, if not even ranking third to other stuff. But
well, I saw a Miles Morales Spider-Man book and it had the nicest cover. So I said, all right, I'll plunk down the money and buy it. And the whole story was about a transgender kid that was getting bullied or something. It was written horribly. And I'm like, man, this is what they have to offer. You got a great character, this really great cover, and the inside is just complete shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too. If you want to get into it, and I've even you can even go back to streams with VVS where he said this. He goes, and the worst part about all of this is they actually have good artists. DC and Marvel are hiring some amazing artists, but pairing them with these horrible stories.
And it's like diversity.
These artists are actually really talented.
You have all these women, just hires for what seems like just to hire a woman or just to have a Muslim person writing or that's not how we do things.
You
hire people who have talent.
It's fucked up when all of a sudden Thor's hammer is sentient and it's a woman who's feeling suppressed by men and being touched when doesn't want to be touched.
Are you
Like,
kidding me?
yeah, that's like the latest storyline, or one of the latest ones. Donnie Cates is writing it.
Unbelievable.
on.
Unbelievable. These
Like-
characters are not hard to write. They're iconic. They're classic. They're pretty
It's silly.
basic.
It's
You could
silly.
put out a good Thor story that doesn't have to have all this crap in it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of good stories, let's talk about Remnant. Let's talk
Yes,
about Remnant.
come on.
Let's talk about what you're putting out there and what are these potential backers and current backers getting from this series.
Well, the story is based on what I grew up in, which is Christian end time theology.
Mhm.
The idea that there's going to be this world dictator that comes on the scene, unites the world, and he's actually a bad guy. But when he comes on the scene, everyone thinks he's a good guy. So the story here is this character who's going to come and be the world dictator, the Antichrist, decides he doesn't want to wait until it's his time, and he's going to start the events now. So this team, the Remnant, get put together to stop him from taking power before his appointed time.
Nice. And you have now, is this a team book? What
It
type?
is.
It is a team book. Who's your favorite character that you created? Do
Um,
you have a
great,
favorite
dude.
child?
It really looks great.
It does look great.
I do have a favorite one. The main character's name is Grok,
Mhm.
and he's based on. I'm a therapist, so he's based on two of my clients that I really had a good connection with. So I used their stories as his background. So he has kind of a special place for me.
Oh, very cool, man. And again, how long have you been working on this series? 'Cause we had you back on. When were you on last? Was it 2020 or was it beginning of 21? It was.
I think it was pre-pandemic,
Was it
or
that
just
far
the
back?
beginning, or just the
Wow.
beginning of the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was before. You were on before we got the suspension. I do know that. I think you were on before we got that suspension for Wonder Woman.
So I've been doing this about 3-4
Mhm.
years, maybe.
Nice. Very cool, man. Again, it really is. The book looks good. I like the character designs. I like what you've developed here. The story seems interesting. I kind of like how you kind of noticed what the critics were saying, right? And you're trying to adapt it so it's not what people may think it is, just because maybe the base of the story has a Christian background or a religious background. And I'm not a religious person, but I would like just the looks of this. And I do like, certain biblical stories. I like mythology. I like things that, either people believe or once believed in, because who knows what's true, right? We don't know. We're like a species with amnesia, right? We really have no fucking clue how we got here. We're in a fucking amazing comic book right now. We don't even realize it. But this looks awesome. I like this, man. I
I
really do.
appreciate that.
I do. And I think everyone out there, you should take a look at this. If you like superhero comics, if you have, if you do have certain beliefs, that's fine. It might help with the story, but I think you don't even have to share those same beliefs to enjoy a good superhero book. And that's
It's
what
not
this is.
preachy. I think when people
No.
think of them, they think of the little Jack Chick tracks
Yeah.
where it's kind of hitting you over the head and just kind of obnoxious.
Right.
At its core, this is a superhero story. Yes, there are elements
Yeah.
of Christianity because that's the background of the story.
Yeah.
And like the main character, the one with the cross on his chest, is actually the Apostle John,
Mhm.
who was one of the 12 disciples of Jesus who never died. And he was imprisoned by the Vatican for years. And now he comes out and he's one of the leaders of the team. But
Cool.
none of it's preachy. It has that background. It's rooted in that, but it's not hitting you over the head with it, telling
Very
you
cool.
believe this or else.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. So yeah, and good luck with the campaign. You've got 31 days left. You're at 24 backers. You've already hit goals, so you're gonna keep cranking with this. What do you got coming out after this campaign?
Well, issue 3 and 4 are already completed. So the next campaign will be issue 3 and 4, and then I have 5 and 6 in the works. So
Awesome.
Excellent.
Very
keep
cool. We
clawing
got
away
6
at
a.m.
it.
in the house. What's up, man? 6
No!
a.m. comics. We gotta get another CG brawl on this Pop XP, man.
Yeah, we got to do the
talk.
cage match. That'll
The
be
cage
in 5
match for the bros.
Yeah, in 5 weeks. I host it in 5 weeks. So
It should be a cage
Woohoo!
match with the bros and their hoes.
the bros and their hoes, man.
Can I be Tucci's hoe? No, I didn't say that. Get out of here.
You
Get out of here.
You get out of here.
Hey, Bill, man, it was fun chatting with you. Talking about you. If you want, man, you're more than welcome to hang out. I'm going to be popping Mr. Oden on. He's got his new campaign. Another creator we haven't had on in quite a long time, so it's cool. He was back with, I believe, Elysian Fields. If I'm saying that right, if my memory is correct. Oh, we just got a super chat here real quick before I bring him on. Bill, I'm Catholic. I'm the Second Temple literature scholar whose expertise is the Watchers. Did you know demons are not these fallen angels? That interpretation is due to mistranslation.
Yeah, there are a lot of theories. Like some people say that the fallen angels are actually Nephilim, who were the offspring of human women and these fallen angels who mated and had these large offspring. So when they were killed in the flood, some people thought that they might be these evil spirits, these demons. So we kind of picked and choose from non-canonical stuff and all kinds of stuff, whatever made the best story.
I believe they're the Anunnaki, according to Ancient Aliens, which is all true in fact and not scripted at all for television. It's all true. It's true.
Is the Bigfoot?
Me and Giorgio are great friends.
Is the Bigfoot of Waterbury?
The Bigfoot of Waterbury, Billy.
Is that a demon?
It could be. Could be a demon of the Waterbury Swamp.
Yeah, we got to talk about that all next
The
week.
Industrial River, my friend. And by the way, Pork Hunt, thank you for the $10 super chat.
Yes, thank you for that, buddy.
All right, dude, thank you so much. We love those super chats. Really helps support the channel, the subscriptions, the software, all the stuff we do to make these things happen. You know what I'm saying? But let's bring him on. Let's bring on Mr. Oden. Michael.
What's up, guys?
Long time no
see.
Hey.
Long time no see. We got a fellow veteran here as well, Mr. T.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
you,
Sorry,
sir.
I'm not
remember,
hanging out
if you
on
remember.
camera. I'm actually kind of stuck here at work. I was supposed to get off at 7:30, and my relief quit.
Oh no!
Oh, great.
Jeez.
So-
Sorry to keep you hanging so long backstage.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's all good. It was great hearing Christie pitch her book and everything. She's an absolute blast. Really, really funny lady. And then it was I come across Bill's work across Twitter and social media all the damn time. So it's nice to put a face to the name. But yeah, man, it's been a minute. I think the last time I was on here was when I was doing Elysian Fields Pyramid Gambit.
Yes.
And there's been a lot of stuff since then. So
very cool. Well, right before we jump into that, I just want to acknowledge Pork Hunt sent another super chat. So let me just pop this up really quick. Pork Hunt, thank you for the $5 super chat. Watchers are the angels. Their children are the Nephilim who, after the flood, haunt humans as demons. They were the Gadarene swine. Am I saying that right?
yeah.
All right. Interesting. Maybe Pork Hunt should come on one of these shows. Should we dabble in some stuff, Billy? Who knows?
I think we're gonna have for our 500th show, dude. We're gonna have something like that. And you love. You love. I don't want to say the occult, but you
Me?
love.
I love the occult.
Oh,
I'm sitting on a Ouija board right now.
Yeah, see,
It is moving and it feels nice, and I'm not doing anything.
but I
You
love
guys
the
should
idea
try
of
it.
all- Yeah.
I think I'm on a Y right now. Yep, that's a Y. Anyways, I don't know what the fuck I just said. What is that? Who says I'm sitting on a Ouija board?
Oh,
It's a one-legged stool. Anyways, Mike. Oh, he might be dealing with a work-related matter.
Or
right
he
now.
might be.
He might be. He's at work. That's
Billy,
like
what do you think of
that's
Mike?
like cheating in school, right?
At work.
At Nile, you and I should write a comic. Let's talk. Let's talk comics.
Oh,
Let's
heck
talk
yeah.
comics. Yes. Were they covered in rocks like Noah depicted?
Oh, the voice of God.
All right, Mike, are you good, my friend?
yes, I am. Sorry about that.
No worries. We know you're at work, so if you have to,
Yeah.
pop out or anything, just by all means do so. So let's talk, because this campaign looks awesome.
Yeah, man. It's definitely an interesting. It was definitely an interesting time because, you mentioned that you thought that this was for the Elysian Fields book, and so it technically started off that way. We were doing a remaster of Elysian Fields because we've gotten some really good feedback on the book, and one of the notes that we got was that it could really benefit from a dedicated colorist. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry.
You got it.
Oh, good.
What
good,
do
bro.
let's all guess what he does. What do you think he does for a living?
I don't know. Is he?
I think
he
he's a
heard
cage.
some-
I think he's a cage. I think he's a bouncer for a special cage dancers club. And they're like, "Hey, guy in seat 54 is putting his hand through the cage, and that transgender doesn't like it."
Scala, you old scamp, you.
Oh, scamp you!
Yeah.
Scamp.
You're a scamp.
Everyone
Let's check
likes
out.
the
Let's check out.
damn
Shinn,
bell.
bro. Let's see what-
Scala, people are digging the bell.
They love the bell. You
They love
fixed the
me
bell.
smashing the bell over my head.
Hello. All right, I'm back.
He's back.
Sorry about that.
What do you do for a living? Can you
I do
disclose
armed
that
security.
information? Oh, I told you he's a bouncer at a cage dancers club. I was
No,
right.
no, nothing so exciting. But yeah, no. So, oh man. But yeah. So we were we brought on a new colorist for Elysian Fields, and so I'd initially started it off as that, and then in about December, like my life kind of blew up. I was going through a child custody thing,
Oh, geez.
which
Sorry to
was
hear that.
Oh no.
oh, it's all good. It turned out in my favor. There was a lot of hard work, and like when I was going through all that, I also ended up releasing another book, which for our superhero character called The Embrace, which is available on this campaign as well. But you know, by December, I needed a new way to kind of revitalize the campaign.
Mhm.
We hadn't had any new signups or anything like that in the pre-launch, and I needed kind of a new angle. And then about after I worked a week where we were working like 12s nonstop because we had like 5 people on quarantine. And so I was getting off at like earliest 2 a.m, latest like 4 a.m.
Dang.
And so I saw a history page that I like post up some merchandise that they had that kind of gave me an idea. And so I decided to do this like joke manga book where it's Roman history meets JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which
Oh,
is
cool.
like one of the prominent manga / anime. It's been around since the 80s. It's really just kind of bled into the internet through memes and everything like that. I just thought it was a fun thing to do, and it kind of worked. And you know, I was very fortunate. I found a fantastic artist for it. Kari Salviejo, she's from the Philippines. Outstanding artist with an incredible work ethic. I think she averaged about a page a day when we were working on the book. Outstanding stuff. And yeah, like this campaign just kind of came together, and you know, we're doing the book's done already, and so the first 30 days we're going straight into in demand after, and we're going to start fulfillment in June if everything goes according to plan.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, awesome. And right off the bat, I do have to say, like, I was, when you scroll through the campaign, definitely get that manga feel, right? But
Yeah,
I really love the artwork in this book.
It's really great.
It is great. And I was even just with the era that your story's in, right? It's just everything works perfectly visually. I have it. Obviously, we don't know what the full script is, but just to attest to the artwork.
I mean, look at that.
That's so cool.
yeah,
Man. I love that.
it's so
Gorgeous.
badass. It's one of these things that you would never think of until
Yeah.
and then you see it and you're like, that has no reason to work the way it does.
Yeah,
Right.
like I love this right here. It's just I love the motion, right? And I just
It's like those Chinese comic books from the
Yeah.
80s and the early 90s. I have a book, Jade Man, things like that. It's just that incredible energy, the line work, all the detail.
Yeah.
Stunning.
The energy is incredible. in
Yeah,
it.
the energy is great, and I like that it doesn't. It's you can tell it's anime influence, but it's not like 100% anime. if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
like she definitely has her own identity in her art,
Yes.
and like there's definitely influence from the manga styles and everything, and she does a beautiful job paying homage to Iraqi. And then we get to this, and this is the Elysian Field remaster stuff. So we brought on a new colorist, Avery Ferdinand, and let me tell you guys, like he brought, like, the original colors were solid, but there was something missing, and like you can see it here. Like they're a bit flat. They're not bad, but like when we brought on Avery, just the difference.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, because actually it is. It's like you went from like flats, right?
Yeah.
Like your flats with some lines, and then now it's like they brought in depth. There's
Beautiful.
muscle tone, there's shading. Definitely a better feel.
Yep.
Yeah. And so we've now remastered both of the books. We initially remastered the 0 issue when we were doing the Embrace, and this served as our cover for the remaster of the 0 issue. And then so these are the things that we're kind of offering. This is our featured tier, which I'm really proud of. I worked very hard to try and make this the best bang for your buck you could possibly get. So for $85, you get the Embrace, you get both books of Elysian Fields, you get SPQR, and Embrace. Hold on, sorry guys.
Yeah, don't worry. Here, while he's taking that call, let's scroll. Let's watch his campaign video. I was trying to catch your head bopping, Billy.
Good stuff.
And then when I blew you up, you stopped moving. It was weird. How was your soup? What kind of soup
I didn't have
did you
soup.
have?
I made the soup. I heated up. It was a Panera, cream of turkey, cream of chicken, and wild rice soup. With cream of turkey and wild rice soup.
I love wild
rice. And but I heated up, and then Matthew's like, "Is there any of that soup? Did you eat the last of the soup?" I'm like, "You can have it." And then I just ate. Debbie had. That's why I was a little longer. And then Debbie had made some kind of pasta and vegetables, and I just ate that.
You sacrificed your soup for your youngling.
Yeah. No, you got to give.
What up, submarine treehouse? That's Armand. Armand.
But yeah. So yeah.
Awesome, dude. This looks great. It really does. I love the interiors on this.
Filling in June. Holy crap.
Yeah, man. So like that's the beauty of it, is that like this is a great way for people to come catch up on all of the stuff that we've done. As I said, I did the in between the last book I was on here to talk with you guys about and this one, I did a book called The Embrace, which is a kind of dark superhero story, taking a lot of notes from things like The Crow, Spawn, Haunt, about effectively a dad who lost his son, and his son's ghost turns into a super suit, and they go after the people that killed his kid to bring them to justice.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a super suit made of ghosts. We've been getting a lot, like the Embrace just finished up its final legs of fulfillment. We shipped out the international packages and everything here this past week, so people should be getting those soon. But the response that we've had from it so far has been absolutely phenomenal and humbling. Like to see how it's reached so many people has been absolutely just phenomenal.
Yeah,
good for
it's
you,
funny,
man.
Vincent here, and if anyone, Vincent has an OnlyFans. If anyone's interested in subscribing to great material, he does great feet video. I still don't understand the videos. I guess it's like how you're supposed to moisturize your feet, but you could check that out. Anyways, Vincent says very JoJo's looking cover, and I just noticed
That's the
I
whole
just
point. It's
noticed
an
here.
homage.
Right here. Yes, I am a JoJo reference.
Yep. So like that's the whole thing, is that this whole book is, it's effectively the final fight between Jotaro Kujo and Dio Brando, except it's Julius Caesar and Pompey Magnus fighting at the Rubicon.
Very cool.
Dude, nice.
So where are you going from here? Right? Like, and by the way, this is awesome here too. I love this image.
Yes. And every backer gets that as a mini print. So
oh, cool. So what's next for you after this campaign?
So the big purpose of this campaign is to build a war chest, really. So whatever we don't use on fulfillment and production and everything like that will be invested into the next project. I already have the script for the Embrace 2 done. My game plan is this year I want to do 2 campaigns. One will be a bigger book that's like 40 to 50 pages. And then the other one will be a campaign with 2 to 3 smaller books that'll be floppy sized. And so like that is the goal, is to really push things. I have had a lot of time on my hands and I've written a lot of characters. And in fact, I'm blanking on the guy's name, but the guy sent in the super chat about the disabled veteran, and I actually have a character that's like fits that. Yes. Fits that description to the T. Like a guy got blown up by an IED and has like prosthetics and everything, and is going back out there with a PMC company to like feel useful again, because the world's treated him with kitty gloves for the past however many years. And now he's getting a chance to feel like a warrior again, to feel strong.
Especially that you take that away from someone like that, Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kills them. And I love it. What a great, it's got the potential to be such a triumph for the spirit type of a book. It really does. The human spirit.
So like that's effectively the plan, is to just use whatever we have here to fund the next project, which will more than likely be the Embrace 2. We've been having people clamoring for that. As you can see, there's a lot of Embrace merchandise there. We've got the Embrace t-shirt with art by Dan Dahl and our colorist, Paul Billick. We have an Embrace plushie, which is absolutely adorable. He's 18 inches. He's really big. And then we unlocked as a stretch goal the Embrace standee that everyone's getting. So that's right down there. There is the Embrace there in his glory.
That's great, man. That's
very
great
cool,
stuff.
man.
Again, the art. What a night, man. Scala.
I know, what a bunch of really cool creators. Great great personalities, great books and stuff you guys have going on. It's actually, you guys see it. Sorry, change the subject. So I love rock music, right? And I just saw this chick, and you can see because she's like in the feed here from some YouTube videos I watched. She does some crazy rock covers of like pop songs and stuff, and makes them into like awesome like metal freaking.
That's
songs.
badass.
Great, yeah.
I dig that.
Her name is Rain Paris. If you guys want, check her out. No affiliation with the channel, but she could. She could if she wanted to. If she wanted to, right, Billy? Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Bazinga! There's the bell.
There you go.
There's the bell.
The bell.
Guys, I actually do have to pop off. Work needs me to do one last thing before I get out of here at midnight, so I got to go take care of it. But thank you so much for coming on. I'm so sorry that it was under these circumstances. I was supposed to get off at 7:30 p.m. and I'm still.
We'll have you back on again. Don't
worry about it. But hey, good luck with you got 3 days left on the campaign, everyone. Give it a share if you like it, back it. Yeah, man, good luck with everything, Mike, and just hit us up for your next round.
Indeed.
Yeah, man, sounds good. We will definitely be there. All right. Cheers, guys.
Good night, bro.
All right, gentlemen. Great show, chat. You guys have been awesome. Thank you guys for the super chats as always. It is very appreciated when you guys do that. We truly do appreciate it. We hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Bill, it's been great having you on again.
Thanks
as
so much.
with anyone, keep us in the loop. What's going on? You may get some invites to just hang out on some of our streams, especially now that SAKURA is now live on Indiegogo. Let's check it out. Let's go to the poll
Let's just check my
because
video.
we broke 84K, Billy.
Oh my God.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that right there.
Unbelievable. I didn't even know what to say.
740.
I guess that's 28 years, right? Thank
Congrats.
That's 28 years right
you all.
there.
What an amazing career. And we're just getting started.
Wonderful ride.
It's
I was
very
just a mere
inspirational.
lark when it came out. A 20-something.
Had no clue what he was about to unleash upon the world.
In the world. Well,
The
thank
world.
you
But
guys.
that's
Love
cool.
you guys.
So check it out if you guys have it.
Man, come back anytime, pal.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And all the campaigns are in the description below, guys. If you guys like it, check it out. Anyone that's watching this live, if you're new to the channel, please click that subscribe button. Smash that bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload some of our awesome videos. And as always, everyone have a great night. Back some books. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you all next week. We got some fun shows lined up.
Yeah.
And Bill, fluff that pillow, man. Come on. You've been resting on it.
Chilling.
Fluff it up.
Love it up, bro. I like how Bill's just chilling out. Bill's just chilling, you know.
I know. Dude's like sitting back, feet up, you know.
Yeah, I'm good.
You
Bill's a
can't
good
see
time.
it, but he's got cheese that's resting on his stomach. He's been sneaking it in every now and then. All right, everyone. Have yourselves a great night. Bill, is awesome hanging out with you. Tucci, as always, my friend. Good
night, everybody.
All right,
I'm
we'll see
going to
everyone
bed.
later. Have a good one.
Hey
everyone. Thank you for joining
Thank
us
you
on
for joining us
Pop
on
XP.
Pop XP.
If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you soon.